I fell into jazz when I was 11 years old, and I started playing the tenor saxophone, and I changed to focusing on voice when I was in my second year of university at UCT, South African College of Music. I feel very privileged to be performing at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival, and I was absolutely thrilled when I was asked to perform. I was also quite surprised, to be honest, just because it came at a time when I never expected, but it came at a time when I certainly hadn't kind of asked for it or lobbied for it. I actually didn't think that it would ever happen, so that's probably why I was surprised, but nonetheless absolutely thrilled. And it's been a joy working to put together a set for this festival and for such a big platform. And part of the fun has been figuring out what music we're going to play and how we're going to play it, but also getting to put together some of my favorite musicians into a band, and getting to keep their company. Really, it makes me feel very relaxed about the whole thing, and it also makes me feel like it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I think what inspires me is just the fact that I really, really, really love music so incredibly much, to the point that it's quite painful to think about not being a musician, because there's that saying that people like to say, which is, this is what I do, it's not who I am. But with music and musicians, unfortunately, and maybe fortunately, it's not such a clear-cut distinction. And at points where I've thought, oh, this is just too hard, and I want a different sort of kind of life for myself, and I may not achieve it if I'm just trying to be a musician. At points where I've tried to separate the two, it's been almost impossible. Music is almost kind of like a boomerang. You're like, I don't need you. I'm going to go and get a 9 to 5, and I'm going to do something different. And then the bloody thing just comes back and hits you in the head, and you're like, no, I'm a musician. Okay, this is what I do. I'm stuck with you. This is kind of who I am. So I think the inspiration is just the fact that I love music, and all kinds of music. And you hear it in the most bizarre places, whether it's, you're walking outside and you hear somebody playing live, a guy on his guitar, or you hear something on the television, whether in an advert or in a TV series, and it just has it. You have an emotional reaction to it, and I think that that's the wonderful thing about music, is that it makes people emote, even when they don't expect to, or perhaps even when they don't want to. If you're crying and somebody comes and starts singing Pharrell Williams or something, you might start laughing, even though that's totally not where you wanted to go. You were having a sob. So I think the power of music is that it affects everyone. People who have studied it, people who haven't, people who think they don't like it, people who love it. And that is very inspirational, for sure. I check Instagram stories. The last book I read was An Awkward Age by Francesca Siegel. Favorite breakfast is anything that involves eggs, fried eggs, omelette, poached eggs, toast, and lots of butter.